Yeah, I think Tokon might add skins, but I wouldn't count on it being as many as 2SKO. Like, I think 2SKO is going to have a metric ton of skins. I would like to react to the Tokon souls and then talk about my plans. The announcements. I don't think I'm in this. It's because I said, oh my god, I'm stuck here again. No! Don't make me play! Don't make me play another Oxys game. Don't make me play another fucking Oxys game. I think the release trailer is really excellent, though. I actually got to play this game a bit, and I might do a full talk about it. But I'm feeling a bit jet lag right now, so I'm not going to like do a full breakdown. But safe to say, this month I'm going to be looking a lot of this shit. And basically, what my plan is that there's an online beta, right, coming. I'm gonna get my hands on an account if I so have to buy one. No, I don't think I will have to, but like I'm gonna get my hands on an account. And when this is up, September 5th to 7th, I'm going to marathon stream this entire thing. Like subathon or whatever the fuck. Just like from the moment it goes live to the moment I'm gonna be live every single second. On September 8th, I will go sleep for 24 hours straight. And then on September 9th, we start with the marathon again with 2SKO. I think that's the plan. And then we do a bit of we do a mini marathon, or like just maybe a 24-hour stream or like a long stream or something. When rank comes out for Strive. Because now I am done with competing for a bit, and I'm gonna be content maxing. But yeah, so what I'm gonna be doing this month in general is just like kind of look over a lot of the things. I'm gonna break down, like we'll do some videos or like some talking sessions where you guys can ask questions about this game. If you have any real quick questions right now, Prime will answer it. I'm broke as fuck. Traveling for Strive has not been good for my money. What I was trying to say is that there's a lot of interesting things about this game in 2SKO. I think a lot of people don't get. And I think it's going to be a very interesting time because both Tokon and 2SKO are both like, wow, we're going to support these games for like 10 plus years. So it's going to be very, very interesting. This does feel like it's Dragon Ball crossed with Granblue and Strive. It does feel like a mishmash of all the games, yes. I will say, when people say, oh, it doesn't feel like a team game, I think that's cap. I think it's absolutely a team game. But you can choose to not play it like a team game if you force it to. Like, if you don't use active tag, yes, you can avoid swapping. However, you really do need to use active tag to play at high level. And when you use active tag, you are literally having to learn 4 characters, and you will be calling assists a lot when you want, especially when you elect more of them. What it isn't, there's some things it doesn't have like team games does, which is like, it's not like extremely fast, and it's not really super hard to make teams. They made a lot of mechanics to add accessibility. This game is like hyper accessible. Maybe, I don't know, but probably to the point where it's like pretty hard to find sauce in this game and really unique teams that work in a very different way. That's not really the game it's trying to be. This game is trying to be like, you know, it's like Strive has a lot of sauce for different characters. This game is like, if you fused, so it takes the team game things from Dragon Ball, but not really like, oh wow, this like kind of continues in the way that Dragon Ball did. Dragon Ball already had like 20 Gokus and very little like specific teams. There isn't many characters in Dragon Ball, if any, that you can't just put any other character in and it will work without being too hard. This is only really a thing in the beginning when there's so few viable characters and so few good assists. But as the game went on, they kind of intentionally balanced the game towards every character being good with everyone. And this is not the case in 2XKO. Everyone does not fit perfectly with each other in 2XKO, which I personally like, because then you can like theoretically make your own teams and like try to solve issues. What this game is trying to do is, for a lot of these teams, it does not, like, if you like Storm and you like Star-Lord, they will be like, if you like those two characters, you will like them together, and that will be your team 100% of the time. Because there isn't really much synergy going on. Like, for example, when you do super into super DHC, for a lot of previous games, you need to make sure these supers work. But in this game, you do one super, and then another guy comes in and kicks to make sure, and then does the supers, to make sure that every super into super combos for free with no execution or thought whatsoever. Also, a really big thing in this game is that if you make someone block, right, you do light, medium, heavy, and then you press assist, you do not call your normal assist. So you're not calling, like, let me see if they do this here. Oh, okay, yeah, they do show it. So Iron Man does an attack here. Storm does an attack. This is the exact same situation as if you called in Star-Lord and Captain America. There's basically zero difference. I think there actually is zero difference. Just visual difference. Like, even on block, by the way. Like, when you do ABC and you press assist, the game freezes for half a second, like red RC slowdown. And then your assist comes in and does a generic hit attack that puts them in, like, 10 frames of block stun. And then, like, then you can act with both characters. Like, both the attacker and the defender can act. And it costs meter to do this, too. So there isn't a character that will have a really sick block string with the Doctor Doom assist. Or, wow, this cross-up mix-up is really broken with this one assist after blocking like a 5L. This does not exist, people. Like, there's not a single assist that is better at helping your character combo and gives them longer combos than another assist. This does not happen. Every assist for every assist extension is the exact same. There might still be some things, because you can do a combo like this, and then you active attack the Storm, and then there's like a combo. And there will probably be some characters that have good finishers, like Star-Lord has an ice gun that he can restand with. So maybe you can call in Star-Lord and use EX meters to restand them, and that's some kind of synergy, right? Like, oh, this character has bad offense, but if I can just tag Star-Lord, then I will have good offense. This might happen, but not only that. So there's like back assist, forward assist, right? A really important thing about this game that people haven't really figured out yet, I think, is that, let me find a neutral spot. Basically, when you're fuck. So not only, like, when you're in neutral, assist calls are very unique, right? Like, there is a DP assist, there's a fireball assist, and then there's like a unique assist, which could be like Doom summoning the Aegis or whatever the fuck, right? When you're in the air, every assist becomes a fireball. Additionally, every assist has their own unique timing. So what I did when I got 3 assists was that I did ID back, ID back, ID back, and then I summoned the assist just above the ground. There's a big-ass beam who comes in. And then I call my second assist while still in the air. So then now there's beam, and then another beam, and then I run on the ground. And as I run on the ground, I call my actual third beam assist. And then I combo if it hits. If not, then I ID back and then ID back again. And then by the second ID back, oh, my first assist is off cooldown because they don't share a cooldown in this game. So now I'm doing this 2-3 beams over and over again. Like, I think it's a really big problem that they unified or like they made so many accessibility things that they like removed like they give everyone everything when it comes to assist. Every character has a beam assist. Every character has like blah blah blah. I actually think not having like some characters able to convert from different things, stuff like that, is really cool. Like I'm currently, I'm like hardcore like theory crafting to SKO teams, right? And when I'm theory crafting, I actually have like legit documents where I'm just writing. I'm watching the things and writing thoughts. I'm like, I like, for example, Jinx back throw combo with Yasuo question mark question mark. This is a thing I'm gonna check day one because Jinx can back throw into assist, but if the assist is not fast enough or has enough hit stun, then she can't combo from it. Some characters have OTG assist, like Vi. Is this required to play Echo? Because Echo has a lot of knockdowns that he needs to spend meter to OTG of. But if you have an OTG assist, maybe you don't have to do this, right? I like that if I pick another character, like if I pick Echo and Jinx, then she doesn't have an OTG assist. So I really like that you have to like try to make these things work together. It's like, oh, well, maybe you can OTG, but maybe you can use double assist for a combo, or maybe you can use double down to do a super synergy. Like I really, really like that part of team games. It like, as a kid, my first competitive thing that I actually went to a local for was card games, right? And I really enjoy building decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! And whatever, right? Making your own build, trying to figure out like tiny optimizations, like, oh, maybe this works, and figuring that thing out. That is actually one of my favorite things about team games. Not the fact that like calling assist and how the neutral works. I actually really, 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 really like solving problems and creating teams. And for me, this game doesn't have any of that shit, right? I do still think it is a team game because you do have to learn 4 characters and you do play neutral like a team game. Like the neutral is not like Grand Blue, is not like Stripe. It is like Dragon Ball, right? It's more it's more team gamey than Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball was like its own weird thing because it had Super Dash and Ki Blasts. I think that most people say that this game feels like a 1v1 game with assist are people that don't think about the further implications of the game, and they don't really think about how the game's going to develop. But yes, you can play this game like a 1v1 game with assist. It is very clearly not optimal to do so, however. Because active tag is a free time freeze. What do I mean by this? Well, like here it's not that good. Or like wait, it was over here. So right here, the time freeze, right? When they active tag. I don't think people realize how broken it is to freeze the game in any game. Freezing the game and then being like, oh, wow, you're pressing a button. Let me DP. Let me level 3 super. Or just like, okay, I cancel my current action. Like being able to do this move, and then if it hits, you tag in Storm, and then you do a full combo with Storm, and Storm has better Oki than Iron Man, or does more damage. That is a really fucking big deal, right? But even more so, doing something in neutral, like I'm going to throw a fireball with Ryu. And then I'm going to call my anti-air assist. And then, after they block my fireball, because they can't jump because of the anti-air assist, after they block my fireball, I'm going to freeze the game. And my Storm, who went up with her anti-air, now can act, and now can like air dash onto the opponent. That is a really common sequence in any tag game where active tagging is free, and it is in this game, right? It's just a free time freeze, so you do have to use it if you want to be a competitive player. If you just want to be a casual, yes, you can play this game 1v1, no items, you know, all that shit. But if this is absolutely going to be a team game at a high level, it is active tagging is more restricted in this game than in 2SKO, but there's been many team games without active tag at all, and this game has it, you know? Okay, I'm zoning out because I'm so jet lagged, so I'm going to end the stream here, but I'll be live tomorrow, and from this point on, I'll basically be streaming every day. We're going to do a lot of 2SKO and Marvel Tokon footage review, and I'll talk more about these games, but yeah, this is my like little mini return to streaming, and I'll be back. Okay? Okay? Okay, thank you. GG's, thanks for watching.